You okay there, buddy?
Yeah.
You okay there, buddy?
Yeah.
For one,
No, he don't gotta go on mute. He's okay.
I'm okay.
What you want? Most enjoy melody. The club smoke weed again. I talk about that legalized. D420 show people what we gonna do. Smoke weed again. I talk about that legalized. D420 show people what we gonna do. Smoke weed again. I talk about that legalized. D420 show people what we gonna do. Smoke weed again. I talk about that legalized. Yo, it's the D420 show and we about to start. So spark up, kid. We're gonna be smoking blunts from a fingers like a COVID. Don't you think your drugs should just be busted instead of paying all that for a dentist to adjust? That shit is busted. Mikey Mike's a hooker, joking slick. Nella P's a crazy chick. She took in a neck and tried to make a Steve Stone is still the worst. This motherfucker's like a purse. Every dirty trick I ran his down to them for all his words. Smoking Joseph from the state and smoking on the fighting street. All the way out from North Cali representing the Mendo. M-A-N-T-L-I-V-E. You know that's just how I be. If you can't see, I'm just crazy. So come and smoke here with me. We got the news with the comedy and urban on the street. And when it comes to marijuana shows you we cannot be beat. So go and grab the Roger and come and have a seat. Because it's time to start the show up, so we do it every week. It's the D420 show. All right, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Ant Live, Mikey Mike, Smoking Joe. Nella P is on hiatus. Chub Dog is probably going to jump in later. And Steve Stoner might jump in with a guest. He's out at a hockey game, I think.
very good.
He's interviewing some big burly white guys for the coming revolution.
It happens. It happens.
So what's up? What's up? What's up? We got news. We got some good stuff.
Got it.
A lot going on. Okay, so like Mike was talking about earlier before we started the show, what were we just talking about?
About legalization of weed in New York.
The legalization of marijuana is in New York City and state. Is that correct? State and city?
I think just the state. I mean, I'm hoping. This is part of the.
I'm hoping it's the city, but you know, you got everybody all fucked up over there. How you gonna legalize the shit for the motherfuckers in the state that got the houses and all the property, and then some niggas that are all crammed up, yo, cuz y'all can't be smoking like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, legalize that shit, man. Either legalize it or tell us why you fingering all those ladies. We want to know what's going on. All right?
Know what's going on. Who needs that non-tax weed?
And not for nothing, there's certain things that happen that make me kind of want to join a movement. And when I found out that Como was like, touching his subordinates, is that what it is? Subordinates? Is that how you call that? The underlings?
Mm-hmm.
And, he was, not being overly sexually, but letting them know how much testosterone he has. I felt like I was a part of that movement. Me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I want to get there because I got a lot of testosterone too. Okay? Rock!
Jump
Dog!
house.
Yo, what's up?
Looks like Barracuda Buddha. What up, nigga?
Yo, what up, man? What's going on?
How are you? Are you available for us today?
Yeah, I'm available.
Yo, what's up, man? You don't answer your phone, man. You have me stranded out there, yo.
Listen, what you mean? You never called me today. I don't got no missed
I
call.
did call you
When?
this afternoon, man.
You got to remember, I work in the Poconos and I get bad reception. So for all you know,
now it goes. Now it went from, you didn't call me to, you know what, man? I get bad reception.
No, listen, you didn't call me. Let's just stick with that one. How about
that one? That was the first on the list.
Fuck where I was at. Nigga, you ain't call me.
Okay? I was trying to give you the comfort conversation.
He was trying to let me down softly. He was like,
No. Well, no, what it is
I didn't get no call, so fuck you. That's why.
No. You know, me and you are better than that because at the end of the day, I'm just letting you know that if I would have got a missed call, I would have called you back because I would have been like, yo, man, my man Michael is gonna be in town. But it didn't work out that way because you didn't call me.
I did call, but I didn't go over. I was calling you to tell you that I wasn't going, but it went straight to voicemail, so it's all good.
Yeah, because you know what it is where I work at? Sometimes I be in dead zones. That's why you went straight to voicemail. That's what I was trying to get you at the beginning, but you didn't want to hear that.
No, I don't.
All right, okay. Listen, y'all niggas can carry on this bromance after the show. All right, now check this out. The reason I wanted to tell everybody, the reason I got this beautiful little background is because these cocksuckers done put me in prison.
They put you in prison?
They done lock me up. I'm locked up. Won't let me out.
Did they take that booty?
No, ain't nobody taking the booty, cuz you see, that's your problem. Everything with you.
Can't take it. You can't take your guns.
You even switched over to your side. You can't. Hey, you was so 100. You switched
Michael,
over to side. Like, yo.
Michael, you're not taking your guns to prison, nigga. You're getting that booty ate out.
Nah, I'm sorry, but yo, they can't take these guns away, Kobe. They can't take these guns away. All right? So not for nothing, let me tell you something. I've been fighting this nigga right here. This nigga right here, I've been fighting with this nigga right here since the day he first put his foot in my ass. All right? I've been fighting with this motherfucker. So tell me, if you think other motherfuckers are gonna be beating on me, look, nigga, I got these.
Well, you know what? The thing, I know, I understand that, but when you get about 6 of those niggas that you've been fighting down there, that you keep pointing at, and them niggas, them two that you got right there.
When I'm unconscious, while I'm unconscious, I'll be still thinking I'm winning. The whole shit will be like, yo, I'm still winning.
Well, listen. At the end of the day, man, don't worry about it, man. You don't gotta go to prison to get your booty taken. You can get your booty taken out here. I don't like.
It won't happen because I don't like hanging out with you. All right, so don't worry. Hey, right? Don't you worry.
Smoking Joe, where's BB at? You got this nigga locked up somewhere?
He's behind the Facebook.
Hold up.
He's behind the Facebook.
Stevie went to a hockey game. He's recruiting fellow white guys, some bigger guys, just to be around him because, you know, he keep fucking with us and we be getting a little bit, how you say, SJW? Social justice league? That'll work? I don't know.
Where's Penny?
Penny, I had to send her to sleep. She was a little hyper today, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was the sun or the work or whatever, so I needed her to calm down.
You came home and you came home, you gave her something, you put her to sleep. I'm proud of you.
You know, it happens sometimes, but that, you know. We had started off discussing that New York has legalized marijuana.
Oh, no, not yet.
Oh, and I just talk to me about it, cuz.
Okay, well.
Tell us a real 411.
Well, they talking about legalizing it. They gotta, you know, like it's a bunch of proposals and all like that, and it's supposed to be in production by the matter of fact. Hold on. Let me start from the beginning. It is legal.
All right. No, wait. I want to ask this question. I'm sorry. I apologize. Recreationally, is it medically or recreational? No, go ahead.
Recreational.
You know what? I really don't know if it's recreational or medical because I smoke for both purposes.
Okay.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yes, sir. No, you know, because I figured, you know, medically is. But if you're doing it recreation, if he legalized it recreationally, which is going to go into the next story that I do want to talk about. If he legalized it recreationally, this should alleviate a little bit of the pressure that he's feeling.
Who's feeling?
Como.
Homo.
Yeah, Como. Everybody's worried about him touching these ladies and stuff. So.
Man, listen, we had a discussion about that. What they doing to him is wrong.
Oh, it's wrong. It's fake. It's fake news.
No. What I'm saying is that anytime, this is my thing. If I did something 10 years ago, if I, you know, touched a girl, gave her a pill, whatever the case may be, and I was wrong, and all of a sudden, 10 years when I become real popular, you decide to put me on blast, you wrong for that.
I'm wrong for that. Hold on.
You wrong for that.
Wait, guys. So now someone, you just met this girl. You're with a new girlfriend now. You and her straight tight. Some dude comes around. She tells you this dude raped me violently 10 years ago. You just say, yo, bitch, suck it up. Let's go out to dinner because we above that. Or you?
Did I meet her? Did I meet her 10 years ago? Or did I just meet her?
You just met her. Basically, no. You've known her for a while. You know her for a while, but you didn't know her for 10 years. But whatever.
Yeah, I know her before. It makes a difference. You keep saying whatever, it makes a difference.
You know what? That's a mistake. I should just say your sister. Your sister tells you a nigga beat her up 10 years ago and he raped her. And you see him today. He's good? You giving him a pass?
No. Listen, you're talking about two different scenarios now.
No, the first one was wrong. I'm sorry. I want to bring it close. If
it's anything anything family, if you all of a sudden I mean, if anybody comes to you at any particular point and say, you know what, I don't know why I held it, blah, 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 whatever the case may be, but that nigga did this, X, Y, and Z. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, if he violated, he violated.
All right. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna let it ride? Or are you gonna? I'm just asking because you're telling me now.
Okay, well, I'm about to tell you. I just got out of jail doing 17 years. She better call 911. What the fuck you telling me for? What the fuck am I gonna do?
Yo, bitch, why you tell me? You know what?
This happened while I was in jail.
I'm always trying to fuck a nigga up, bro. You always be trying to send a nigga back, yo. I ain't trying to hear that.
No, fuck that shit. Let me tell you something. You know how many people said, man, when I get out, I ain't never coming back. Only if you mess with my family or something like that. Look,
listen.
Don't wait for me to get out of jail to start fucking with people. Listen, you know,
mommy.
All right. So now, do you think my next story goes into Baltimore? Baltimore State Attorney Marilyn Mosby.
We lost Smoking Joe.
He's there. He probably stepped out. He said, in Baltimore, they will no longer be prosecuting prostitutes, drug possession, and any other low-level crime. Do you think that'll make its way to New York?
No.
At all?
No. You gotta remember, New York is way bigger than Baltimore. There's certain things you're just not gonna do in New York City that might be okay in other spots.
You don't think the prostitution thing should be given up already?
I don't think prostitution should ever be charged.
Right? Should never be given up.
Yeah, I don't think they should never charge a prostitute. She's providing a service for our country, you know? And I'm pretty much sure.
I don't know about the country, but I'm pretty sure for us.
Yeah, listen, I'm pretty much sure that, you know, growing up, men in general, I mean, somebody somehow pays for something.
We all do. We all pay for it somehow, some way. It may not be money. It could be with our time. It could be something that we don't want to do, but we exchange it, but we all have paid. That's
right. Some more than others.
We all got to pay to play. But what I'm saying is, all right, so you're saying Baltimore is just so small, it's going to be non-effectual? Like
No. I'm not saying Baltimore is small, but I mean, when you compare New York and you compare California, you compare Texas, those are big states.
Right.
Trying to compare Baltimore to New York or Baltimore to like California, there's no comparison because Baltimore is not that big. So now I'm not saying that the laws can't branch over, but I mean, just because they're doing something in Baltimore, that don't mean it's going to automatically affect New York because New York, in other words, they might have one strip. They might have prostitutes, and not this in Baltimore because I don't know. Okay, say they have 3 strips. Man, we might have 5 or 6 strips of prostitutes in just one of the boroughs.
And just Hunts Point.
Just Hunts Point alone, and Hunts Point alone, you could go. And I don't mean it like that. You see your brother's laughing, but you listen. I don't mean it like
that. I was a pimp for that day, nigga. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna brag about it. The most horrible experience.
Listen.
I did a Vice video. I was a pimp for a day. It was horrible. Scary shit in my life.
Well, I'm just saying. Everybody knows Hunts Point. Everybody knew 42nd Street back in the day. Everybody knew all the way downtown in on 23rd Street on the east side. Yo, it's everywhere.
Right.
So now when you compare Baltimore, even if they got just say hypothetically 10 streets with girls walking up the streets, we might have that just in Manhattan alone, if not double. We didn't even go to the Bronx yet. Well, Hunts Point is saturated at night with prostitutes. So now for them to say, yeah, we're not going to do that here, you're kind of saying, okay, we're not going to charge you 10 motherfuckers in Baltimore, but we're not going to charge you 1,000 motherfuckers up in New York. It just don't work that way.
Well, I'm looking at it in an aspect of the legalization of the prostitution. You know what I'm saying? Like, not so much like the petty crimes and the drug possession. I mean, the drug possession, that's going to be pretty soon irrelevant. It's going to probably be more by weight at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it all depends on the drugs too.
I mean, listen.
Cause let me tell you something. You can get caught with weed. Listen.
Weed is a Schedule 1, and heroin is not a Schedule 1. So I mean, weed is a Schedule 1 drug, and heroin is not a Schedule 1. They rescheduled heroin, and they made it a medical use.
Okay, but let me tell you something. You get caught with an ounce. You get caught with an ounce of heroin, or you get caught with an ounce of weed. Your ass is going to jail for that ounce of heroin quicker, faster, and doing more time than you will ever think about doing with that ounce of weed.
I won't get caught with nothing. Not one. I won't get caught with none of those things. Not an ounce of heroin, not an ounce of weed.
An ounce of heroin. You know how much an ounce of heroin go for?
How much? Enlighten us.
Give us listen. I don't know. I don't know what it goes for.
I mean, your eyes lit up when you started talking about it.
You know how much a kilo goes? You know how much a kilo goes for?
Of heroin, about 200, anywhere between. They say nowadays about 150 to 200, depending on the purity of the heroin.
For a kilo?
You notice this shit froze, man. Nigga ran to go get a sample.
What?
No, my shit froze. My shit froze?
Your shit froze.
You said for a gram, you said?
No, a kilo.
Is $100 to $200 a kilo.
100 to 200?
Yeah.
No, you're talking about grams. You're not talking about a kilo of heroin.
No, I'm asking about a kilo.
A kilo of heroin should go anywhere between 150 to 200.
150.
Back in the day. That's what I think.
$150 to $200 for a kilo?
No, $150,000 to $200,000.
All right, make it more. You know, I'm not in the game. I don't know. Yeah,
but you gotta have more than enough common sense, because you know a kilo of heroin ain't going for no goddamn $150, man.
I'm just saying, you know, nigga could be sniffing that shit and going up to a nigga like, y'all heard I got a key for 150, guys.
Because I was watching Narcos earlier, and it cost like 6 G's back in 2001, 2002 from Colombia.
But listen, come on. By the time you get it to America, it's way higher. Of course, you get taxed anytime. Listen, that's why when you seen like the Scarface, he went over there because he knew he can get the work cheaper. But in order for you to get the work cheaper, trust me, you committing yourself to a lot of bricks being transported over. Now listen, I don't want to keep talking about this shit because I'm telling you a conspiracy. Let me tell you about a conspiracy. No, let me tell you about it. Do you know what a conspiracy is?
Listen.
Okay, just let you know.
Do what I'm saying. So I was thinking about this earlier, right?
Listen, that's not good. Wait a minute, hold on. If you was thinking, that's not good.
You're about to get it.
I mean, you're gonna give it to me anyway. Fuck you talking about, nigga. You gonna give it to
There it is.
That didn't take long at all.
Damn, there it is. I told you. But now I never want to stop. There you go.
Yo, put him back on real quick. Yo,
suck my dick. Suck my dick, Anthony. Suck my dick. You two motherfuckers is funny.
I was doing the forbiddenness. I was thinking. All right, but listen. I was looking at all of this stuff that's going on with how you say, how the politicians are trying to use Black Lives Matter as a stepping point to change all of our minds and the way we look at shit, right? And at some point, they were like, you know, how Black youth and Spanish youth, we don't have good role models growing up, and we don't have the fathers in the family. Our families don't have money, so it's harder for us to succeed. And I was thinking about that because I was watching a little podcast where these people were talking about hustling. And they was like, yo, I never had to grow up with a hustler's mentality because my family had money. So I never had to hustle. And I was thinking about how my daughter's being raised and how the kids are now. These motherfuckers don't have that mentality. Was that a bad thing? Or is that a good thing that we had that hustle drive? Now, I understand it came from certain reasons. Ours, we didn't have a father in the house. So when we went to the street, we wanted to be presentable. So we didn't want to look like we was lacking shit. So we made sure we got on our grind so we could buy clothes, look presentable, and not look like we were discarded motherfuckers. And that just, and the people we was with always was on some hustling shit. But I see the kids now not on that. Was that a detriment for us, or
you saying kids nowadays are not hustling?
They ain't got no hustle, my nigga.
Okay, no, listen.
Okay.
Because you might not see it, but everything is computerized now. So what we had to go, wait a minute, listen, we had to go on the street and we had to grind a different way. These kids are nowadays are getting on the computer, sitting up in their house, scamming the shit out of everybody and anybody and getting paid. It's just a different time, a different hustle. That's all that shit is. So just because you don't see the hustle, they still out here hustling.
Okay, I got that. But I'm talking about personal experience. I'm talking about the kids that I know. So I'm talking about the kids in my family with Penny. Me and Penny, she has a broader family. There's a bunch of teenage kids or whatever. Like her nephew comes around and he's broke, he's fucked up, he's trying to get himself together, whatever.
Where he live at?
Don't worry about that. So
no, that plays a major part because listen, when we grew up in the hood, listen to what I'm saying. But if you answering the question, let me answer it before you mute me, because you know I'm gonna say something crazy.
I'm just trying to give you the info. You asked me where.
Okay, go ahead.
He's from Florida, obviously. He's from here, but now he's in Tampa trying to go to school or whatever. But that was really for me irrelevant, because what I was saying was, so some of these kids, most of these kids, because their family is able to give them what they want. My daughter was in high school when I gave her first car. She didn't graduate high school before she got a second car. So I don't look at her like, and when we talked and he came around, he was like, yeah, he's broke. I said, why are you broke? In this time where you can get online and make money, you don't even got to do shit, dogs. You just got to get online, get a couple people who follow you, and they'll sponsor you with money. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, not for nothing. I'm just throwing this out here, nigga, because I'm seeing the way you are. I don't understand how a nigga don't have a hustle to be like, yo, I'm making money off of this, and that, right? Why am I going to somebody else to make it? So I said, why don't you go do one of those fucking, what is that website? OnlyFans. I said, go do an OnlyFans page. And he was like,
listen, what do you know what OnlyFans page is?
Listen to me. Listen. So I go do an OnlyFans page, and he's like, what's that? I said, you get on there and you get people to start following you and send them the money. He's like, to do what? I said, well, nigga, you a fag, so be a fag. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody to know you a fag.
Yo,
so
you can't be calling people fags. That's not.
It's not a detriment. Gay people tell each other fags. I'm not saying it in a detrimental way. I'm saying he's a happy guy. Fag. What the fuck's wrong? So anyway, I go.
You going to jail?
I said, you
ass. He going to jail.
Like this. You will be up in there rubbing your wank off and let one of these gay dudes throw you a check. You know what I'm saying? And you making money in the house. Who gotta know? You throwing a fucking fake around like this.
What does that got to do with weed? what the fuck does that got to do with weed, yo?
I'm talking about the hustle.
Restroom, and you guys are talking about
I'm talking about the hustle. Why did you go? You see, you got lost. And then I talking about gaming. I'm just saying, since he came asking, I was like, you don't have a clue. Go online and be a gaming. A bunch of gaming will pay you money. They don't mind watching you peel your ass cheeks or whatever.
Hey, do me a favor. Somebody mute that motherfucker, man, because what the fuck is you talking about, man?
Okay. Mute. So, all right. So this is what I'm trying to say. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talking about the hustle. And was it a detriment that I think like this, that we grew up with that mentality, or was it not?
It's different situations. It's a different era. One and two, it's just different situations. You got people like that. What's that guy's name? Who's fucking Mr. Wilson, the actor. What's his name? Tom Hanks. His son is out there hustling, doing rap videos and making himself look stupid. He trying to hustle, and his father got enough money for him, right? Am I right?
But he's out there, so he's got that hustle. So even though you think he may be looking like a fool, at least he's out there trying to do it for himself.
Yeah, but then you got people. And then you got people who just live off their parents, the Trumps, the boys.
But Mike,
Eric and Dick, whatever their names are.
Don't never say Eric.
My point
don't say that shit no more.
My point was,
okay.
Everybody you knew growing up, Mike. Everybody you knew everybody was from the Bronx. Every single one of those dudes.
Different environment. You got look at the environment that you in. Come on, how you gonna compare anybody from New York and
I can say one of the.
How can you compare somebody? Go ahead, Mike.
You're about to get
I can say one dude that we grew up with didn't have to hustle.
Who?
Glody.
All right, but did he hustle for himself?
Excuse me?
Did he hustle for himself?
No, he didn't have to. He went to school. He did what he went to work. He went to school, and that was it.
All right, but he's not asking. What I'm saying, I don't know if he's asking his mom and dad first. But you said he had that family structure to do that, right? So was it a detriment or a benefit for him?
I mean, you can't say that because I understand what you're saying.
In this economy right now, we're most likely about to see a recession. So motherfuckers that have been working and going to school, have been walking that straight line, they not awesome knowing how to fall on their face shit. So what I'm asking, was it a detriment for us to grow up the way we grew up with this mentality? Or is it a betterment?
Now, all right, so let me ask you this.
Okay, first of all, let's look up the word betterment. Is that even a fucking word?
Okay.
Before I get muted?
Yeah.
Before I get muted, was betterment a better word?
Hold on,
saying it right. But anyway,
yeah.
So you got to look at it this way. This is stupid. You got to look at it this way.
Alexa, is betterment a word? Let me just ask Alexa. Okay, go ahead, Mike.
You gotta look at it this way. Your daughter is growing up, or has grown up, or is growing up with not one mother but two mothers and a father. We had a grandmother, we had a mother, but we didn't have a father, obviously. So she already has the support of three people. Where we grew up, we had the support of, I'm going to go out on a limb and say maybe two. So that's the difference.
And y'all turned out good.
Yeah, we didn't grow up. We didn't have a man to go ahead and tell us. We had neighborhood dudes.
Listen, but listen, I grew up. Even though my real father passed away when I was 3, my father, who's been there since I was young, who I identify as my father.
Right.
He just said my body. I had a father and a mother in the household. They paid the bills. We went to school. We had clothes. We had food. We had lights. We had every. Wait a minute. Hold on. And it meant a lot. I'm just saying that even with the both parents in the house, I still hustled.
No.
And the only reason, and while I felt victim not because I had to hustle. It's because my environment. When I went outside, that's all.
Wait a minute.
Are you gonna let me talk? Or
Are you
gonna mute your goddamn self?
Made you get out the hustle tip you was on?
I mean, listen. Are you gonna let me talk so I can finish? Let me finish.
Why everybody gotta blame the fucking environment? No,
let me tell you something. If you're not gonna let me talk, then what the fuck is the purpose of you answering the questions? If you're gonna mute me anyway.
What I'm saying,
Alexa. That's what I'm gonna start doing from now on. Alexa,
don't shut the power off. Yeah. Alexa,
now, let me just tell you. I had mother and father in the household. Grew up. What I'm saying is that I'm not blaming why I hustled on the environment. I'm just telling you what my environment consists of. My environment, every time I walked out the door, that's all you saw with people hustling. It wasn't like I seen people go to college or people go to the job 9 to 5. I seen my father and mother work every day. But when I went outside, I seen the guys hustling, and I seen them with the nice cars and the nice shoes and the nice sneakers and so forth and so forth. And I felt victim.
Wait. Because in all actuality, you saw two parts of the hustle.
That's right. I seen my father hustle by going to his 9 to 5 job with my mother, and I also seen the guys on the streets.
Well, then excuse me, let me say three. Because you had your dad hustling, doing the work. You had the motherfuckers in the street hustling, trying to make money so they could do their thing. And then you had the motherfuckers that have been in your life, your friends, the rappers, that were hustling legally shit.
No, because at the beginning when the rapping first started,
I get it.
I'm saying when the rapping first started, I wasn't with nobody seen the bigger picture. Listen, hear me out. When rapping first started, nobody seen the bigger picture of what was going to actually be the outcome. When you used to see them guys hustle on the corner, you seen the outcome when they got paid.
I get it. You didn't see it then, but now you see it now. Is what I'm saying.
Of course, I mean, listen.
What I'm saying
17 years in prison. I've seen it.
At some point, those brothers saw that. They saw that benefit. So what I'm saying was there was three different views to see. But we focused in on one other. You see what I'm saying? And it wasn't, I don't want to be like, oh, I want to blame it on the environment. No, I want to blame it on the choice I made because of what I saw. I didn't see this going the way I saw this going. So I wanted to go that way because I was under the influence that was the correct way to go. So I thought that was a benefit for me now, because now that I'm older and I'm working all that, I use all that stuff that I think of that went down when we was younger, all the hustle and shit, and I apply it to my work ethic. So I think for me it was a benefit. But I just wonder if I was to look at my kids or my nephews and be like, yo, I gotta get in the hustle. What is that a benefit for them now? And what you guys were saying was it depends, I guess, the time and the place. So. All right. Did you guys hear about the Matt Gaetz shit that was going on?
The who?
Matt Gaetz, the congressman, Matt Gaetz.
The Florida congressman?
Yeah. You heard about
what happened with him?
All right, so before we go into Smokey talking to us about a little bit of Smokey Smoke, you know what I'm saying? Some local shit you can tell us about. Matt Gaetz, supposedly on March 16th, his dad had been contacted to extort $25 million from his dad, stating that they had information and proof that Matt Gaetz had, underage sexual encounters with a female, right? And supposedly when that went on, he turned around and went to the FBI and the DOJ to go and be like, yo, I'm getting extorted for something I don't think I did or whatever. But supposedly the person extorting him said to him, and extorting him in this manner, saying, pay us the $25 million and this won't get out. Nobody will find out. And, or Biden will give you a pardon. So that's supposedly the message that's been coming out for that situation. They're saying the FBI and the DOJ are investigating it because they're saying it could be a form of trafficking, sex trafficking. if he actually flew around with this young girl, 17 years old, so he could bang her or whatever. But I was just thinking, I was like, yo, we're letting a lot of these motherfuckers slide with a lot of shit they be doing. Anthony Weiner sending pictures of his dick to girls. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, what Bill Clinton looking all up in these little bitches twats, and then he's doing a fucking forum on last Friday talking about the empowerment of women and girls. Are these guys immune to anything they do? Or we just don't give a fuck as long as they send us some money and legalize the weed?
Apparently.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, there's a lot of corrupt shit going on a lot of levels. These people, with them being famous, they get exposed when the girl decides to do whatever or tell or whatever the case may be. Or, I'm pretty much sure that somehow, some way, we did things everybody did something in their lives that they could have probably went to jail for. And it could be minute as going into the goddamn candy store and stealing something. I mean, listen, and that's everybody.
Wait, if I trick the girl into having sex with me.
Well, put it this way, that's an amazing trick. That'll be an amazing trick. I don't know how you gonna pull that one off. Because motherfuckers
I tricked her. I tricked her into loving me.
You gave her a pill.
No, I didn't use no pill.
You told her to take the red pill, not the blue pill.
I didn't give her no pills.
Okay.
What I did was, when I first met her, she came into the house, I was aggressive.
Listen, I don't want to. Are you confessing? Because you need to go to church for that shit. You don't need to confess on the
TheD420
Show.
Ignored her. I walked around aggressively and ignored her. And it made her want to talk to me. It made her want to initiate conversation and stuff to me. So, in effect, I tricked her. I used the Vulcan mind press on her. I'm not interested in you so much. You're interested in me.
But yet you walking around naked. Is that what you just said? You said you walking. You said she came over the house. You walking around naked.
I said I was
trying to trick her.
I said I was trying to trick her, not scare her. And
I'm like you tricked her.
No, I was fully clothed. I was fully clothed. But I tricked her. So is that a rape?
Listen, man, in the court of law.
That's what I'm asking.
Listen, in a court of law, if you're a grown man and you have sex with an underage female, I don't care if it's consensual.
That never happened. That never happened in my life, bro. That's never happened in my life. What I'm saying, I was 19, she was 19. That was a long time ago. What I'm saying is that an act of rape because I tricked her. I made her think I wasn't interested.
No, come on, man. Come on. That how could you even think that's a form of rape?
I worry about all this shit that goes on. These people want to smear people with shit.
Michael,
is that something?
Talk to your brother. Hey, press the mute button on that fat motherfucker because I'm sick of this shit already.
Hey, hold on. I'm going to do it right now. I got
it. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Now, I had an interesting question.
Yeah.
Last week when I was talking to Joe, I wanted him to do his homework regarding what weed was out there, blah, 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 different kind. And he said he didn't have time this week, right, Joe? You didn't have time?
Yeah, I've been busy with my home project here.
All right. So I just came up with something real quick.
Okay.
Now, when you first smoked, all three, this is a question for all three of you fucking nasty slobs.
I don't smoke.
Okay. You used to.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
All right. Joe's first. Let Joe talk.
Okay.
First time you smoked weed, herb, grass, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
What was it that made you get hooked besides peer pressure? Because I know all of it was peer pressure.
Good answer.
The way it made me feel. It made me like happy.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Joe.
Humorous. It was funny. So I pretty much got hooked on it like that.
What was funny?
Everything.
So to this day, you smoke and you laugh? by yourself?
Well, I do. I get happy, but now it's more. I mean, you're talking about when I
Medical.
first started smoking when I was 14. So I think reason why it wasn't because I was in pain or something.
No. I'm just saying, but there was something that made you stay doing it.
Oh,
And you're
because
saying it was the
it was
humor.
cool. It was cool.
I mean, that's peer pressure, but you're saying that it was funny. You thought shit around you became funnier.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Chubb.
No, I want Ant's answer first.
Go ahead, Ant.
Well, when I first smoked a joint, I was down Claflin. I believe the address was 2250. Was that the address, Mikey?
I would guess yes.
I think that was it. I was on the 5th floor, maybe the 5th floor. Was that? I was on the 5th floor. I
didn't ask you the geographics. I asked you
I'm giving you the whole thing. You want to see peer pressure. You want to know.
We don't have that much time, man. We only got 10 minutes left.
I'm upstairs. I'm like 16, 17. Everybody else.
You were still wearing Pampers?
Yeah. Everybody else was in their later 20s. The girls that were in there were in their early 30s. And everybody was smoking, and the girls passed off to me. And I was like, I didn't want to look like a little kid. That's peer pressure. So I smoked up. But I got high. And I was like, yo, I like that feeling of being lightheaded. You know what I'm saying? And not that I was giggling all over the fucking place, because I was trying to be more serious. I was with these older girls or whatever. I just like the feeling of being high. Like, oh, shit, I feel like I'm floating around, like my fucking feet are barely touching. But I knew I was consciously able to move and do everything I wanted to do. We had that kid on the block. What was that nigga's name? Ray? Was that his name? The dope head, the dust head. Tony's cousin. Tony Villafane's cousin. You remember who I'm talking about, though. You remember. He used to get dusted up. My dude took 2 hours to get from the corner to the front of the house because he was so dusty. And I was like, I wanted to feel high, but I didn't want to be like that. And when I smoked the joint, I felt high, but I felt like I was able to move and do everything. So that was more the feeling that I liked. You know what I'm saying? But yes, it was peer pressure the very first time I smoked.
Okay, Eric or Chubb, whatever the fuck your name is.
Government name.
Right. Who's Eric?
Malik.
No, listen, that shit was so long ago. I don't remember shit. You gotta remember, I'm 54 years old. Listen, back when I was 15, 16. I mean, it was a thing among a lot of the people that I was hanging with, and before you know it, I tried it, and like Ant, I liked the lightheadedness. I was giggling, it was funny, and then as time went on, and I did it again, I realized that I liked it and I could function. So why not get high? The whole world should get high.
Okay. Hey, you know what? I had another thought when you was like you didn't remember. I was wondering, do you remember the very first time you slept in a room alone with a man locked in?
You see, this is the type of shit. See, this nigga think he got jokes. I got jokes. I got jokes. That's why you mute me, motherfucker. So you might as well go ahead and
all right, another question. So
another question.
So Joe, the first time, you remember the first time you did it by yourself, or has it always been with other people, other dudes? Because all your fags, you put it in your mouth, give it to your man, you put it in his mouth, and keep going. Do you remember ever a time where you just did it by yourself, and did it feel the same?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both ways, you know. It's weird because when you pass a joint or something around with people, it seems like you get a little more higher than when you are by yourself.
Really?
It's the mix of saliva. You think it's a mixture of saliva because the nigga was just scratching his ass, taking his teeth, and he passed off, and girls picking her feet.
Oh, shut up. Let him talk. Let me
Yo, mute that nigga, man. We gotta get him mute button for him. He's the worst.
Yeah, do it right now.
You're letting it do its thing, you know. I noticed that a long time ago, but I prefer to smoke by myself. It doesn't bother me. I used to have a little weed pipe and pack it and smoke it, you know, sneak outside.
Now,
go
do you do it?
walk
Do
around
you do
outside
it?
for hours so I won't come back looking like I was high or
And
smelling.
now, do you do it now for recreational, as in you just want to feel nice, or do you do it because you have a couple of aches and pains and you have a headache or something?
I'm more getting more into where it's medical you.
Okay.
I mean, all the different strains out nowadays, they work different, compared, to your THC compared to your, you know, um,
They look like a troll.
in your sativas, one's gonna give you more of a heavy hit. The other one's kind of a bubbly kind. CBDs, I find out different strains work better for me ingestionally. So when I eat it, like coconut oil, when you infuse CBD into the coconut oil, I take some coconut oil drops, like little
So,
capsule.
but is it the same effect? Do you feel the same?
Um, each week's different.
Okay. All
Hmm.
right. And where'd he go?
Some
He
get
left. He
some
left.
get you creative and
Mute
want
him.
to do shit. Some just makes you just want to go munch.
Because I don't smoke, and I
Yeah.
wake up and I feel that way without smoking.
Right.
Where
What?
if I need
What
to
do you feel?
if I need to do something, I get up and get the fuck up and do it. I
Hold
don't
on,
need.
whoa. So what happened? Whoa. Are you trying to say that we all have a problem with just getting up and doing what we got to do without smoking?
No. What I'm saying is, I'm trying to figure out
Stress.
the feeling that you get. Why?
Hold on, listen. You know when you take a drink, you smoke a little cigar.
Yeah.
You know that mellow feeling you feel? Not when you're tipsy. I'm just saying that little. You just took a little shot. You just took you took a swig of a cigar. Just took a shot of, you know that little feeling? That's what getting high is for us. It's just that little moment. It's not.
No, but what I'm saying is what I'm asking is it the high that you get now? Is it the same as it was when you were giggling and laughing?
Okay, that depends on the weed we're smoking.
What happened?
That depends on the weed we're smoking.
Yeah, but so it's different.
Yeah, the different weed, because then I could smoke and it'll get me to the where that drink and that cigar, boom.
Right.
Or I could smoke where it gets me to the you know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be super good smoking. It's been a while since the motherfuckers been smoking on that. You know what I'm saying?
And then you got that other smoke where you want to just go sell your butt.
Yeah, I haven't smoked that, but that's Chubb Dog's #1 line of smoke.
So obviously we know what Chubb likes smoking.
Hey,
No, listen. Let me tell you something. Hey, hear me out. You want, hey, yo, Mike. Okay, listen, Mike. Back in the day, before I went to jail, I used to smoke all day, every day, and it got to the point where I didn't feel right when I was sober. Like it got to the point that if I wasn't
because you were accustomed to feeling that way.
And you know what? I guess with me hustling, and they saying that to a degree we make you paranoid, it worked out beneficial for me. Like it's like I was on point. Like I used to smoke weed and would drive to North Carolina high the whole way. And like when I would get down there, I would do my running around and I would do all the legal shit that I was doing, and I was high. And the only time, and when all the activities was done, and I knew I was in the clear, I might just not smoke that day, or it might take me a little bit longer to see the weed that day, because I felt like I was cool then, for some reason.
So for you, for your sense, it was more or less
anxiety.
Productive.
It was an anxiety.
No, productive.
Productive.
No, it was
productive.
I mean,
or
like
anxiety,
it was, yeah.
You said you were paranoid. So
no, I just said they were saying. Point. Yeah, I was like alert. Like when I drove, like when I smoked and I drove, I paid attention to everything that was going on. So like they say it's paranoid, but with me hustling, I was already on my P's and Q's anyway. And it just seems like it enhanced my way of thinking.
Okay.
I don't know, Mike, but whenever I worked like a dangerous job, if I had to do like some forklifting work in the warehouse, or I had to chop some shit where my fingers were involved, I want to be high.
You want to be high?
I want to be high as fuck. If I'm gonna fuck it up, I want it to be glorious. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be oh, shit, this nigga lost a finger. Nah, this nigga chopped the arm off from the fucking wrist to that fucking elbow. What's the matter with this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? I would rather be high.
Today's weed's nothing like
Hey, I told you the story one time, right?
back
Yeah,
in the
I'm sorry.
late 70s, early 80s, late 80s. The weed's different now.
All the way.
Well, wait a minute.
Is it more beneficial now, or is it just more categorized?
Well,
Both.
it blew it up. I mean, they got the indica and the sativas crossed now.
All right. So, but what I'm asking is it more beneficial for you, or is it just some motherfucker just mixing shit just to see what happens?
Oh.
Well, I would think if you're mixing two good strains together and it produces a third good strain, that would be beneficial because then your crop is going to get sold right quick.
Yeah, but is that always good? Does it always work out that if you have
I don't know about that.
Wait a minute. Can I ask the question?
No.
No, the answer is no to that. Yeah.
Okay, what was the question? What was the question?
He just said no.
Does he like it?
What was the question?
You asked if you could ask a question, and we all said no, motherfucker. Shut up. Damn.
Shut up. So go ahead. What were you gonna ask?
Stop looking at me like my nephew angry and shit.
That if you got two good strains,
right,
and they dominant, when you cross them together, can they cancel each other out, or can they just create a better strain?
It could cancel. It depends.
Oh, that's a good answer. Good question.
It's
a good question.
That was a good question. I gotta admit that because you know what? Not for nothing. I'm sorry, but because I don't know, and I'll probably get too much to try.
Okay, so why don't you shut the fuck up and let him answer then? God damn it, shit.
I gotta put you on mute. You talking?
It could be an ultimate strain, or it could become a dud. Like you said, it could cancel each other out. It depends what it comes out. I mean, each seed is different. So it's like pheno hunting. They look for the
it's safe to say then. So it's safe to say then. Right now, there's a guy in his backyard, garage, basement, mixing shit up just to mix it up. There's no science to it at all.
No, just mixing them.
And you guys think that shit is safe to smoke?
No, hold up, Mike. Hold up. First of all, smoking is bad for your health. So we've already committed to this. So don't give me this bullshit about whether it's safe or not. Okay? Is the shit gonna get me high? That's all I know.
So all right. So let me understand this. So when you pick up a strain, especially a new strain that you never had before,
let's call it green crack, like the green crack.
Okay. What I'm asking is, you're purchasing or you're trying something that you have no clue if it's gonna get you high or not.
Yeah.
And you're okay with that?
Right, that's the game, my dude.
That's what the purpose is. You want
hold on. If you're growing your own shit, you know what you got.
Yeah, but you have there's no.
But sometimes when I even grow my own plant, sometimes I don't like it.
Wait, Mikey.
Yeah, but what I'm asking is, you don't need So then, is that a waste of your however long it took?
Wait a minute.
Let him answer.
Yeah. If I'm going to keep it to smoke it myself personally, yeah.
When you go buy a bottle from a liquor store,
it's not garbage.
You walk inside the liquor store and it ain't nothing but Muslims. They don't even got a green card.
I don't like the way it tastes.
You buy your liquor. Do you think your liquor's good? You don't know.
I buy the same liquor that I know is gonna be right for me.
How do you? What I'm saying to you is, how you know where it's made?
But do you try different brands?
How you know where that?
No, I don't try different brands. I got the same brand liquor all the time.
All right, so you go get Ciroc every time, right? Well, how do you know Ciroc don't got Diddy's cock in every batch?
No, I don't know. What I'm saying,
Mike.
I know.
But what I'm saying is, this shit is crazy.
No, I'm just trying to figure out why.
In other words, if I had a choice to buy the same strand that I know could get me high, that's what I would buy. That's the same thing as you saying that I'm gonna go buy Ciroc vodka instead of the absolute, instead of the
Dude.
Tito's, instead of the other thing.
Well, what
But
I'm saying is,
because
what
listen,
I'm saying, go ahead.
because that's organized and that's illegal and all this other stuff. In a minute, the weed is going to be illegal. And when they do that, we're going to be able to go by the same strand that we're looking for to get high. So according to you, we're not going to be gambling no more. But it has to become illegal because right now, a nigga could go in the backyard, pull some grass out of his goddamn yard and say this is the best weed that he ever grew in his life.
And that's what I'm getting.
But what I'm still saying to you is that even with the alcohol, my dude, you think that somebody ain't gonna fucking go refill a bottle, have a way to package it, and you're drinking brown dirt water, you gonna take a swig, you're like, yo, what the fuck?
It's different. No, that'll never be. I mean,
like that. First of all, that's illegal.
No, that's illegal. It's not gonna. No, you never know. Have you heard that on the news?
Well, it has happened. No, wait.
Well, okay, what's happened?
The Ants defense has happened in the Dominican Republic, where all those people went over there and they got fucked. They thought they were buying top shelf alcohol.
Okay,
they were getting recycled.
Okay, yeah, but look where they at. You're not gonna get that legit.
Now, hold up. Now,
it's just like I knew somebody who when like 4 or 5 years ago who was doing the Jolly Ranchers from the bodegas. Those drinks, the sweet shits, the $5 bottles and the $10 shits, where they got fucked up. They bought one from a bodega, they drank. 2 weeks later, they were alcohol poisoning, and they had the same amount they always get, and they went to the same person.
That's what I'm saying. It can happen. It can happen. But
yeah, but that's different than somebody making.
It's gonna happen more often because we have to gamble on that. You know what I'm saying? That's just the bottom line right now.
Because it's not legal. Because it's not legal.
Yes, exactly.
Think about it. The alcohol industry is legal. So the chances of you actually going into a goddamn bodega and getting a Corona and that shit being motherfucking something else is rare. That's not gonna happen all the time. You're not gonna hear about that in the news.
I just said this. All right, let's go to the next one. Yo, Mike, you remember you texted me about the voting law about no water on the voting law?
Yeah, in Georgia.
Right, let's talk about that. Did you do any research to it?
No, I read a couple of articles on Facebook, on Twitter, or whatever.
All right, so check it out. I went and I did a little research.
So, but my question is, all right, so you did some research. Now let me ask you something since you did the research.
He ain't doing no goddamn research.
I understand that in Georgia, I guess you don't need an ID to vote. Is that correct?
Okay. So
yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
That was what they had just done for this last. Remember, they had changed the rules for this last election without voting on it. Remember that before I start anything else. In these states where they had these problems, the politicians changed the voting laws to suit them for this last voting session. So now they put this bill up to make sure it's against the law to do it. It wasn't against the law, it was against the rules. So they bent the rules to do what they wanted. So now they wanted to make it a law. All right, so now let's go from there. So now what the bill states, it says that they do not want gifts given within 25 feet of the voting polls, which means everybody who gets out of their car to go walking up to the voting poll always gets approached by people with T-shirts of the candidate they want. They got banners and they always run up on you. They'll either ask you, here, you want a water? Here's a water. Here's this. That's what they want to stop. No more soliciting. It's no gifts. Don't give them water. Don't give them candies. Don't offer them fucking scratch-off cards that will give them money like they were doing and I forgot where. All right? That's what they want to do with the law. It ain't not give a nigga water on the line. That's fucking asinine. But see, niggas hear that shit and too stupid to do the research want to be like, yo, that's ridiculous. Well, nigga, if it's ridiculous sounding, go find out because it's actually not the truth.
So you're
what
telling
they want to do is they want to make sure they want IDs for voting. They want to expand the drop boxes, but what they want to do is put the drop boxes in safe locations where they have to go and see a voting person to put their ballot in there, and they have to have a proper reason why they need to vote and drop off in the ballot. Not just because they're in a rush or whatever. It's just like an absentee voting. have to have a reason to fucking do it. And then they want to stop the gifts. That's what that's all about. The Obama phones, all that bullshit that they offer everybody to go vote. They want to stop that. That's what the bill entails. Okay, so all this other shit was just stupid. So, I mean, it doesn't sound.
Yo, shut the fuck up and let him talk. God damn it.
So it doesn't sound too far off.
Okay, so your research says that if I was voting for Joe, and somebody from Eric's campaign came up to me and gave me something free, I'm going to vote for Eric?
Within 25 feet of the voting.
No. I'm talking about in the past, or what has happened that this law.
All right, so now, hold on. Wait. Listen, it's not that you're going to automatically vote, but a gift can sway a decision. So what it is like this. You get out of the car, right? Mm-hmm. You go and you're like, I'm going to go vote for Joe Biden. But he's not the only person on the ballot. Right. Now somebody else comes up to you and says, hey, a friend of mine is running for governor or a judge position. Here's a water. Hey, if you don't mind, vote for them. You didn't think about who you was going to vote for the judge position. So now when you go inside, you got the water in your hand. You go, well, fuck it. They asked me to vote that. I'll hook them up. Have you done that?
No, because I know who I'm going to vote for before when I get out of my bed and I get in my car to drive to the voting polls, I know who I'm voting for.
All right,
if I'm indecisive, I'm not getting up and going to vote, because why am I going if I don't know who I'm voting for?
On the voting ballot, there's 15 people. You already know all 15 people you're going to vote for. Exactly. All right, not everybody else does, because I've watched people. People came up to me and Penny. I already knew who I was voting for. I didn't ask Penny. I didn't talk to her. When we got out, and the lady was like, oh, I hope you voted. You know what I'm saying? And Penny was like, yeah, I did. And I was like, you did? She was like, yeah, well, I didn't know who I was going to vote for. And that person sounded all right when I was looking at the thing. I was like, they don't have any information. So not everybody does it like that. And that does sway votes. Maybe not yours, Mikey, but other people have been like, yo, you know what? I didn't know who else was going to pick for the judge.
So why is that wrong though? I don't understand that.
It's never been allowed. It's like a bribe to pay somebody off for a vote. You don't do
that. Water or candy. I mean,
it's a gift, man. They get whatever it is. It's somebody giving somebody something for something else. Correct?
And now the people who voted that to a bill or to a law are taking money from lobbyists every day. That's not against the law.
We allow that, right? Don't tell me we don't. We allow that.
Yeah, of course you do.
All right, so what are we complaining about that when we're talking about something else? Why are we talking about that? We're talking about something else. See, then we start talking about every fucking thing that's wrong. That's just
because we have to. You got to put apples to apples.
We have to make sure that if the voting in America, the integrity is correct. We can't be feeling like we're being fucked over. If that's going to be the feeling, nobody's going to fucking vote. And then they'll have whatever they want. Anybody, not who's them, whether Republican or Democrat. I'm saying anybody who can get enough people to go and be like, yeah, fuck it, I'll vote for you to go this way. We'll be going back and forth doing all kinds of stupid shit. Now, what I'm saying is, and I'm not going for one side or the other. I'm just saying, you ask, if people come in, they have WIC, or they get fucking welfare, they got to get a goddamn ID to go get that check, to go cash that check.
Right.
All right? Why the fuck don't you need an ID to vote? You need an ID to vote.
I've never.
All right, that's part of the thing. I'm going to go point by point. So why wouldn't we need a vote? Why wouldn't we need an ID? Why is that so? Why would that be inconvenient or uncomfortable for anybody? Why would
it shouldn't be?
All right, so why would drop boxes in secure locations, more locations available? But with security, somebody there doing a ballot counting to receive it, why is that going to be something that's negative? It's not.
I feel, and this is
okay, go ahead.
Just my opinion, because they'll put most of those boxes in places where if I live in the Bronx and they put it on Wall Street, I'm not going all the way to Wall Street to vote. They should just leave it in the Bronx.
All right, let's cancel that. What we're saying is they're saying more. Not taking away from different locations, to add more, just adding more out. So let's just say, hypothetically, they're actually going to do what they say they're going to do and put it in more locations, right? For everybody, easier access, for the broker or the chief or whatever. And then the last one is the no gift, which really is no soliciting. That's all. Not a gift, not gifts. And anyway, it's just 25 feet from the voting poll. That means if you're 40 feet or 26 feet, you can give a motherfucker a cell phone.
I agree with that. That's not a big. I don't think that should sway somebody's vote one way or another.
My question is this: why did they turn around and give us such false information to make us feel like this was such a ridiculous bill? You see what I'm saying? There's some kind of demonstrative problem behind that. There's some demon shit going on behind that shit, my nigga. Why is that gonna be so such a wrong thing that everybody's gonna be like, yo, no this, no that, that's evil. This asshole, I don't remember his name, the president, Biden, he was like, this is worse than Jim Crow. This is Jim Eagle. Like if it was worse, then that was bigger of a problem. I'm like, I don't understand why do we do that? Why do we have to lie? And why are we allowing that lie? It's one thing for the news to lie to us. But now we got the president himself straight lying to us. Why? And we're allowing that. Then we want to turn around. Instead of dealing with that, we want to turn around and be like, oh, but these people are doing that. So let's take care of one thing at a time. Let's find out why the fuck did he lying to us.
He probably got used to the last president lying to us for the last 4 years.
Well, you know what? For that guy lying so much, he's not there now. So let's not talk about it. Let's go to the next one.
That's going to happen.
We're supposed to expect more from this guy. So why aren't we asking for more?
Like I said, it could be based on opinion, not on anything that's a fact. We don't know. I don't know the whole thing. You, the one that did the research, you should be telling me.
What I'm saying to you is, when I hear shit, I go, let me go find out, because if this is that stupid, this is just dumb. And then when I go and I look, and I go to fucking Bing, and I go to Google, and they'll throw up the fucking bill. The bill is up there. And you can fucking read the shit. It's hard to read because I don't really know all the
you can't read.
It's hard. I've only got to A and B. C, D, and F didn't fuck with me. So I'm gonna
I have my last one before I leave now. Damn, what the hell was I gonna ask? I had a train of thought.
Oh wait, heard about the Tampa Bay shit?
What?
They're about to throw 400 million gallons of contaminated water into the Port Manatee.
Oh, so I don't know.
Yeah, the water
I know where that's at. Yeah.
A water filtration got fucked up, and it contaminated 400 million gallons, bro. That's fucking crazy.
That's crazy. Right. Joe, I guess I'll see you later, Joe. But
bye, Joe.
All right, Joe.
Come back, Joe.
Bye, Joe. We'll see you next week.
Joe had his shit up for 1 hour. That's what was
hopefully Joe is answering a question and it'll come out by next week. There you go.
There you go.
Yo, you in jail, nigga. You was using one of those commissary cards. That was going on.
My internet connection is fucking up.
Oh, all right.
Oh, you ain't paid the bill, huh?
Yeah.
That stimmy didn't come through yet.
Yeah, that stimmy didn't come through.
My stimmy didn't come through yet.
I had a question. Oh, how'd the pork, though, the bad pork thing go? How's that going?
Oh, we full report. We've received double our monies.
That's what's up.
Okay. And
what you mean double our money? What's that?
Because Penny Baby,
you'll hear about it next week.
Penny Baby 2 rooms got both rooms refunded for.
You don't know what's going on. You wasn't here last week.
But you did ask me not to post any negative posts because it's giving me a full refund.
Well, you text me what you need, what you were gonna write, and I'll put it since you're not. It wasn't you.
Oh, the pork.
So, yeah.
Okay, and then my other question was.
Oh, by the way, Penny made a panini, and I think it was at how much was the temperature?
185.
185 was the temperature, and it was straight off the bone, suckling.
185. She cooked it.
Yeah.
Yep.
For how long?
How many hours?
It was 3 hours at 300 degrees.
Wait.
Wait a minute.
What was
you just said 185.
The temperature of the oven was 300 degrees for 3 hours.
Oh.
And the internal temperature of the pork was 185.
Oh
the
no, that's
turn.
not how Spanish people cook it. They just
Well,
they
that's
don't
not how
care.
we
They
test
don't-
the heat either.
Yeah, they don't care what the temperature. If that bitch is hot, you eat
Did
it.
Did you
turn
stick?
that shit up.
Hey,
Them shit up.
when you check the temperature, which part of the pig did you go in and check the temperature?
Mine was a cut, of course. So it was a
Oh,
little
I just want to make sure. There's two ways
You
to
got
check the
tortillas,
temperature.
it's all good.
Yeah, right. I mean, as long as it came out good and it wasn't pink, I don't give a fuck.
Well, that nigga. Well, Ant was gonna eat it.
Nah, because
Yo,
I thought you said
okay,
185 in the oven. I was like, oh, what?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm like
3 hours.
185. How did it cook?
Yeah,
3 hours. You mean a day and a half at 185?
the slower, the longer. But
Yeah,
damn, I
some
forgot what I was
hours,
gonna
not 3
ask, man.
hours. I think it had to be longer than 3 hours.
Oh, how many people actually got vaccinated?
Here?
Yeah, here. Has anybody got vaccinated? Nobody?
No.
Did you?
Mine. Yeah, I got
Hey, Mike got his vaccination.
Which one did you get?
Mike will be on the other side of the fence with the good thing.
I got Pfizer.
Okay, so you got to go get another shot, or you completed already?
No, I got to get another one.
He's got to get one every year. Nigga. This is
Okay, so when did you get your first shot?
When I got mine Monday, this Monday that just passed.
Damn, your voice sounds different. Anyway,
Yeah, okay.
let me just hey, how was the side? What was the side effect?
No, just my arm was sore. That's it.
Damn, that sounds different.
You didn't get that Johnson & Johnson one, did you?
No, I got Pfizer. I did it because honestly I did it because I want to get back to traveling.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
And
You
my
need that
wife
now.
has done it. My wife has done it. My son is gonna do it, even though he don't travel. He don't even leave his room, and he's gonna do it.
That makes no sense for us.
Derek is gonna do it. I mean, you know me. I leave it free will. You do whatever you want to do, and I did mine for my reason. I said, you know what? I want to get this shit done and over. I want to get back to normal somehow, some way, whatever.
So you saying that because but outside of that, you wouldn't have got vaccinated?
Probably not.
So you saying that if they didn't, because right now they trying to make it where you get a pass or a passport, whatever. They said the what?
A card,
a card. Yeah, just let you travel saying you've been vaccinated, and they're saying that it's going to be the way I'm hearing is that it's going to be mandatory in order for you to travel to have that card.
No,
they can't make that mandatory.
No, they won't make it mandatory.
But, okay, so now
it just makes your life a lot easier than having them put that shit up your nose and all that.
They're gonna make it mandatory. Believe me, they already started. They said they're gonna start in 2 more months.
They can't make that mandatory.
Can't do that.
Bro, they're doing it. Delta's doing it already right now. Go look online.
Who's doing it?
Delta's doing it right now.
Who?
Delta.
My asshole.
Delta Airlines?
No, Delta asshole.
They're doing it right now.
The company I work for?
That's what I just read online.
No, they're not doing that.
They're doing it in 2 more months.
Catch you later.
There's no.
See you next week.
Joe.
Go UCLA.
Okay, beat them.
That's what's up. I'll holler at you. Make sure you do your homework, man. I want to know.
All I know
UCLA.
that bullshit. DeSantis said he ain't gonna be fucking with no vaccine passports. So I'm fucking with DeSantis, right? DeSantis.
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard it. And all the training that I've been doing the last 2 weeks, I haven't heard anything about Delta.
You haven't gone to your diversity training, nigga?
What happened?
You haven't gone to your diversity training?
I've been to all the training diversity.
You haven't been to your Be Less White trainings?
Nah.
Yo, be less white, cuz that's all. Just be less white. All right?
But,
you see, Mike, you should be in control of the mute button. Because I know you'd have been muted that ass already. Because I'd have been muted.
Yeah, I got vaccinated. Raquel's got vaccinated.
You said you got the Pfizer, right?
Pfizer. Yeah,
okay.
It's us three now. Our cousin called and texted me and told me to do it.
Who?
Felix.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was like, make sure you do it. Don't, make sure once the kids, they have it and it's good for the kids, make sure the kids do it. He said, it just protects them. So I was like, all right, because I wasn't on the fence. I just said, once the vaccination came out, I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. Fuck it.
Okay, and you taking the vaccination?
Huh? No.
What? No.
What happened?
He asked if I'm taking it, and I said no.
No, Ant's not gonna do it.
I ain't taking shit.
Why not?
Because I don't give a fuck, nigga. If I get something, you get it too. What's wrong with you?
So how come when you mute me, you don't get muted? I don't know. If I get the same thing you get, then you should get muted too.
I run this shit, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Just like if me and you was locked up together, I run this shit, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You the bottom bitch. That's it. You the bottom bitch. Then you know what it is.
You're right. That's why you ain't never been to jail.
I never did the flu shot or anything like that because I know my body can handle the flu. I'm not one of those guys.
Have you had the flu?
Have I had the flu? I'm sure I've had it.
I'm not against these.
Wait a minute, hold on now, and Mike, listen.
What?
You sure you had it, or you don't know if you had it? You mean you got sick one time? Oh, okay.
No, I've had the flu.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just saying I wasn't definitely ill over it.
Okay. You ever caught the flu, my aunt?
Got everything, nigga. I had Ebola. I had COVID.
No, you had a couple bowlers, nigga. You had
a couple balls.
You got a couple balls.
I had all kinds of
you even had a couple balls from a nigga named Ebola.
My mom used to make me go to the public bathroom and lick the floor, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
But,
he was trying to immunize me.
Yeah,
you know what's so crazy? Because I was really thinking about taking the shot, right? And then you heard about all the shit that everybody's talking about, all the conspiracy theories, all the other shit. I've heard it all. And my thing is that do I really want to take the shot? Now I'm thinking, Mike, I worked through the whole pandemic from the peak when the shit was shooting up, everything. I was out every day working. And I've got tested a bunch of times and I don't got it. So why at this point do I want to put that shit in my system? I mean, think about that for a second. No, but I'm just saying, like it has nothing to do with the theories and all like that. It's that the whole, you gonna let me talk, man?
I just stopped, motherfucker, or you want to get muted again? Finish your fucking thing.
Okay, let me finish, then mute me. Give me a second. Then mute me. But the thing of, no. And in reality, if you really think about it, though, Mike, I worked all last year from the very beginning to December. I worked. I was working around a bunch of motherfuckers. Some of us had the mask here, had it up here, down. We did all that shit. And I was, you could say fortunate, blessed, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I didn't get sick, and it worked out that way, even to today. So now, do I really want to go let them put it in me when I've been avoiding it all this goddamn time?
That's totally up to you.
It's
not mandatory.
There we go. Get ready.
They're not making it mandatory. It's out there for you.
Mike,
and,
that's right.
And it's not to prevent the virus itself. It's just to prevent you from having to have a ventilator. So I'm cool with that. If I get sick, I'm not gonna be, I shouldn't have never gotten sick. No, I gotta protect myself too. I gotta put the mask on, wash my hands, make sure niggas are coughing next to me or whatever. Which you should have been doing from the get. But what I'm saying is I took it, it was my choice. And the reasoning, there's a lot of reasons, but the main reason was I want to get back to flying all over the fucking place.
Now,
that's my personal preference.
If they implement the Chinese method of detection, will you then take the shot?
Say it again.
If they implement the Chinese method of detection, will you then take the shot?
Okay, okay, what's the Chinese?
So they say to you, they go, listen, you're going to get tested or you got to take the shot. And they go, we're implementing the Chinese method. The Chinese method was the finger in the ass. You didn't see? They were doing it to all the politicians in China. They were fingering them in the ass and telling them
they wasn't doing that. You lying.
I swear to God, go look online. They were fingering them in the ass every week. These niggas were calling America, telling the embassy they were getting upset. And they kept getting fingers every week. Go check it out, nigga. I swear to God. I know you hate me, but it's the truth.
That nigga doing. I know you hate me, but
I know. Good. They come here talking about you either get the Chinese method or the shot. I'm taking the shot. Like, fuck it.
So,
Listen.
and also, you know, I'm in the airline industry. Eventually, I'm going to be required to do that in order for me to work. So
no, listen. Let me tell you something. When it comes to laws, you cannot mandatory make somebody do something
they're gonna change
like that.
They're gonna change all that, bro. You guys
You keep.
you keep
They're
on.
not going to change that. They can't. Listen. You cannot. You got to remember. You got people that's in high positions that are not taking that fucking vaccine.
Almost all of them. Almost all of them. You think they're vaccinated? Come on, don't be stupid, bro. This is for us dummies, nigga. Mike, I'm glad nothing happened to you. Thank God. I ain't taking no shit. They give us the measles shot. You can still get the measles. Nigga, there's no cure for shit. And we're gonna fucking sit back and think that these cocksuckers got a cure within 1 year? A shot that won't let us get on a ventilator? That will help us not get on a ventilator? You stupid? Come on, bro. Listen, thank God you didn't get sick, Mikey. But I'm not doing it. I don't travel. I don't even do it.
That's fine. So you're that guy. You're that guy that gets sick and doesn't take medicine.
Yes, I am that guy. It's going to be like.
But he wants that thermometer in his ass. That's what he definitely wants. He wants that though. When he gets sick, he wants that thermometer in his ass. He might not take no medicine. I know I'm gonna get muted. I don't give a fuck.
It's gonna be
I don't give a fuck if you mute me.
I ain't gonna mute this nigga. I
don't give a fuck if you mute me. You want that thermometer in that ass, though. You don't want the medicine.
Nah, with the finger. I want the finger.
Okay, you want the Chinese treatment.
Yeah, it was. If I smell it, I'm not sick.
But yeah, and that's you know, I encourage everybody, man, do it. It's your personal preference, but why wouldn't you do it? It doesn't
okay. Listen. Well, okay. Have you ever took the flu shot?
No, I haven't.
Okay, why didn't you do it?
Because the flu doesn't affect me.
Okay,
as bad as this thing may affect me.
You don't. How can you say that when it just came out and it's never? Wait a minute. Hold on, man.
Right.
It never affected you like the flu. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Right.
The flu's been around for years and been killing motherfuckers for years. And we agree on that, right?
Right.
And it never affected you.
Right.
So now all of a sudden, Corona didn't affect you. Only the mandates and the restrictions and everything that's going around you affected you. So now
what affected me was the people around me and the amount of people that actually did die from it. Because I personally think I had it, but I wasn't diagnosed with it. So because because they didn't have tests when I got sick. When I got sick, it was in February.
Yeah, but if they could, can't they check
they can see. I know the antibodies. They can figure out if I have the antibodies, but the shit that I've been taking, I mean NyQuil, all this, you can't tell if I have antibodies only because of the shit that I've been taking.
No, Mike, I don't agree with that.
Okay.
The test, wait a minute, just hear me out because I could be wrong.
Okay.
The test that they give you is to see if you have COVID and your body produce the antibodies to actually fight it. They could see that in your bloodstream.
Yeah.
So now no matter what you took, they can still dictate if you had that or not.
Yeah.
You don't agree with that?
Yeah, that's true. But what I'm saying with the medicine that I took or taken in the past could have helped me build an antibody for that. I could have put together some type of fucking cocktail that I took that helped me restrain, because I got sick and I was sick for like 2 weeks and I was fucked up sick, like headache, just really bad. And then they came out, oh, the virus is out. And I was in Seattle. I was in Europe. I was in all those places when they developed all this shit. So in my mind, I probably did have it. Thank God I didn't have to go to a hospital or anything like that. And then the amount of shit that I was taking, because usually when I feel an inch of discomfort.
Oh, if you feel an inch of anything, I don't want to know about
it. Listen. Your personal preferences have nothing to do with mine, because
hey, when he said when I feel an inch,
Look,
was
look
like
at this
this. When
guy.
I feel an
See,
inch,
I said
I'm
like
like,
this.
that's a
This
big
nigga's
ass
like,
inch.
when I feel an inch, and then he smiles. He's like,
I said, damn, that's a big ass inch. I don't remember an inch being that big, Mike. But go ahead.
no, like I said, when I feel any type of discomfort, because even growing up, you can ask Ann. If I got sick heavy, and then I recovered. As an adult, it's taken me a little bit longer, like 2 or 3 days. But this time it was like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
And
but Mike, even with that, if you take the test to see the antibodies, if you had it, it will show
okay,
through the test.
I
Do you
don't
agree
want to
with
do
that?
the test. Yeah, I agree. But what I'm saying is I'm not doing
So
the test.
you don't want to do the test, but you wanted to take the shot?
Yeah. Why? If I took the test
He
and
just said it was so he could get back to normal travel. The offer is take the shot so shit can get back to normal for you fuckers. That's
or
what.
if all right, so let's say I go and take the test, and it says, all right, you're negative, but you have the antibodies. I'm still going to take the shot. The shot doesn't mean that you're not going to. I mean, the antibody's not going to. You're not going to get it.
What the fuck? Take the shot for? I don't understand. The thing is, first of all, the shot is the antibody. Not the antibodies. The shot is the virus, isn't it? Isn't that how every vaccine is? All right. So you have gotten the shot. It means you have it in your body now. Right. So that's the bottom line. So you exposed your body before you actually know if you have been exposed. That's where the thinking is coming from. So it's like, all right, before I go put my foot in lava, or before I felt like I put my foot in lava, I'm gonna go jump in an alcohol bath or some crazy shit like that.
That's a bad example. You got to come better than that.
All right, my bad.
I know you're trying.
The way that my cousin told me, the way that my cousin explained it to me was, he said, even if you had it, you're still gonna have to get the shot to prevent you from being in a ventilator.
Well, how does it prevent you from being in a ventilator? The reason that people were in the ventilator is because the liquid from the virus was forming in the lungs. Right. And the ventilator was killing people in the beginning.
I don't know that. You know that for sure?
That's what they were saying. I don't know.
But I'm listening to somebody who was in the battleground.
All right, so you're saying, okay.
No, I understand. I said the same thing. I said, huh?
Isn't he an anesthesiologist?
I can't hear you.
Isn't he an anesthesiologist? Isn't he an anesthesiologist?
No, he's a respiratory therapist.
Oh, okay. Right.
So he told me, he broke it down to me and told me, this is what happens when you get the virus. Yes, liquid does form, it gets into your lungs. And what this shot does is break that shit down and give you flu type shit. Where if you did catch it, you're doing diarrhea. Diarrhea, which is the liquid coming out and the mucus coming out your nose. So the thing is, do you want your lungs to be fucked up, or do you just want to have extra toilet paper running around the house?
You know what? I already shit like a fucking
truck driver. Yes.
I got my ass issues, but I'm just saying, I understand where he's coming from, but I don't know. I'm one of those guys that I don't like to go to the hospital until the very last fucking minute. Fuck me. So.
Me too. I agree. And
Mike, my thing is like this. Like I said, I worked all last year, and you know, whether I'm fortunate, blessed, lucky, whatever you want to call it, I've been ducking COVID. So now here I am, where it's almost everybody's getting vaccinated. It's almost over. The mountain is, the peak is coming down, all like that, right. And I'm gonna let you put that shit in me. I'm gonna let you put this.
That's your preference. I
you know, I mean, when you really think about it, I'm like, and don't get me wrong, I thought about taking the shot. It's not like it was not stopping me. I'm not taking the shot because of all the fucking conspiracy theories. That's not why I'm not taking the shot. I'm not taking the shot because, almost like what Ann said, you mean to tell me you came up with with a thing in 1 year? Nobody knows the long-term effect of what they're actually putting in your body. Right. So now my thing is that let me just see what the long-term effect is, and hopefully I can stay lucky, blessed, or fortunate, or whatever you want to call it, not to catch it. Because, like I said, I worked through the whole pandemic, the whole year.
It's a gamble that everyone's taking, but
That's right.
I'm believing in the scientists
That's cool.
that this is going to work.
You know what?
And even like I said, even if I did get sick, and they tell me you got the virus or whatever, I'm not going to say I can guarantee, but I can rest assured that I won't be on a ventilator because of the virus.
You can't guarantee that.
No, I'm not. But what I'm saying is,
you feel more confident that it won't be that extreme.
Exactly, because even if it's a mind thing,
that's right.
You go in there with your mind, you're like, all right, you're already ahead of the game.
You're already ahead of the game because the mind is real powerful.
Exactly.
I agree with you.
Because if you go in there and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna die, nigga, you're dead. So that's all. That's all I do.
Like I said, I don't know. You could say that I'm doing it as a conspiracy theorist, whatever. I'm just saying, it's very soon that they gave out these. It's a couple of different people that are doing vaccines. All these politicians, when Trump had those same private entities making this vaccine, all the politicians were saying, I don't trust it, I don't trust it. The minute this fucking forgetful asshole becomes the president, they trust it. So I don't know. You took the shot. I watch how it affects you. I see how it affects everybody else. But you know what? The scientists they also say that we're gonna have a herd immunity. That means that if you take the virus and I don't, I'm still breathing the same air you're breathing, my nigga. So whatever you're spitting out, I'm breathing in. So at some point, I'm going to develop some kind of immunity as well. You know what I'm saying? So I may not have to take a shot. I don't believe everybody might have to take the shot in order to develop a full herd immunity.
No, just like everybody doesn't have to take the flu shot.
No, I'm just saying,
but you still catch the flu.
That's fine. But like I said, since I'm one of those people who, even when I'm bleeding inside my fucking asshole, I wait till I feel the fucking sore coming out my belly before I go to the hospital.
That's your personal preference.
That's what I'm saying. I'm that guy. So
that's a personal situation.
And it's not that it's a conspiracy thing. It's just the way I am. Because I'm like, yo, fuck it. When I felt that I had the gallbladder gallstones, I had to pay for about 2 years. Hard. And I was like, fuck, I'm a grown nigga. I got to make it happen. I don't give a fuck. I got things to do. And I had the pain. When it finally got to the doctor, they're like, yo, we got to cut you open. You got shit there. And I was like, take that shit all out. But because I waited till the last minute, because that's the way I am. That's all. I don't suggest everybody do that. I'm just saying.
I don't suggest, listen, I recommend it. I can't sit here and tell you it's good for you because I don't know. Because I got to wait for my second shot, which is on 4/20. My second shot is April 20th. So when I get my second shot, I should expect to feel sick, blah, blah, blah. And then
we're going to do a special show that day. You can be on the show that day. Tell us how you feel.
So, so I'm looking forward to doing that. And then while y'all over here can't travel, if they put a ban, like you said, if Delta puts a ban and you can't travel and I'm in the Bahamas or I'm in Europe.
What's been the difference from that, Mike? You've been all over the fucking world and I've still been here. I ain't been complaining, my nigga.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm talking about other people, the common folk who's like, oh, I ain't doing it. I don't care. That's fine. That's your preference, but they're gonna make it harder for you to do things. You know, it's like
I don't think so because let me tell you something. There's a lot of people that just not taking the shot.
All right. That's their preference. Just like there's a lot of people
who are taking the shot and
who don't drink and drive. That's your preference.
That's right. Or don't smoke. Or don't choose to indulge in a lot of shit. Like I said, for years,
involved. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how you got to that point. I was thinking the flu shot. You know?
No, I'm just saying. And that's my thought was, once all this shit happened and they were giving shots out, I said, shit, I want one too. I want one too. I want to be able to do things that I used to do. And if this is what matters and the scientists say it's good and this and that, I'm doing it.
Hey, Mikey, if I was in a high traffic job like you are, I would be like, yo, I think that's a good idea. Remember when Ebola was here? Were you ready to take an Ebola shot?
If I was around, yes.
No. You remember when Ebola was here? Remember?
Yeah. I remember the Spanish flu or whatever the fuck.
were you willing to take a shot at that time for the Ebola virus if they had one?
If they had one, yeah. Why not? Okay. But I won't see. The thing is, first of all, I would educate myself and find out what the fuck Ebola is and what does it do to you. I know it's a bacteria that was in your stomach and it eats up your shit. Now, I had that same. I didn't have Ebola. I had some other bullshit where I had an infection in my stomach before. Now, if they told me there was a shot available for that, fuck yes, I would do it because I experienced that before.
Well,
so
anyway,
I'm definitely not. I'm not taking no shot, no flu shot,
definitely
no this shot.
It's just like this. It's just like this shot. This shit I had no control over, but obviously I never got smallpox. I never got polio. I never got. I don't know whatever else fucking thing. I've had chickenpox.
But in all reality, were we around an area where there was a high smallpox infection, or because we got chickenpox?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not educated enough to know if what the symptoms were, what high areas were, because I know the airport's a high area.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I know that the hospital's a high area.
Yeah.
I know the school's a high area.
That's right.
So I got 3 of those things under my roof.
Hey, I don't blame you for doing it. Like I said, I don't leave my house. I just shop online and I go to work and then I go certain places, whatever. But I'm not like a socialite. You know what I'm saying? I don't do all that.
Yeah, I agree. And that's why I say it's your own preference. I don't think they're gonna make it mandatory. I think it's all voluntary. I mean, right now, Florida has 4 million people who are vaccinated. I mean,
don't get it. If it becomes something that I see that I feel I need, yeah, I'm not gonna be against it. But right now, I just feel I don't need it. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, the reason why I never took the flu shot is because when I did catch the flu, I was able to handle it. And whatever, I don't know how many people have died from the virus. It wasn't like that with the flu. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a rapid thing. You know, so.
But we don't know. But listen, you're right. The flu is more under control. But when it first came out back in the day, you don't know what actually.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't a pandemic. Wait a minute, it probably wasn't a pandemic, but I'm pretty much sure a lot of people died.
Right, but when that
flu.
What I'm saying is 20 years from now, if we're still alive or whatever, we're gonna look back and say, you know what? No, that virus, COVID-19, nobody has it.
Virus.
Nobody has it.
So, but then again, we all walking around looking like zombies too, like Walking Dead. Yeah, we're gonna be like this. Yo, I don't got the COVID no more. But you's an ugly ass zombie.
We're gonna end up talking like Joe. We'll be like, yeah. You're gonna ask us a question. We'll be like,
yeah.
2 + 2 is 4.
I'm fat. I smoke. I'm all out of shape. Nigga, I ain't making it 20 years. They know the fucking vaccine. I'm a fat, lazy.
You'll be surprised. You make it 20 years, bro.
Nigga,
you're gonna.
You're gonna make it 20 years. Trust me.
Nigga, I'll be on one of those. What is it? My big fat life.
It's all right, but you'll make it 20 years.
But you'll be 20 years, yeah.
If you gotta eat one of your toes, nigga, you're gonna make it. You'll be fine. But
after that, I'm gonna holler at y'all too, man. I gotta go.
I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe.
All right,
cool, and I'll talk to you. All right,
yo, Michael. Let me know when you coming up, all right? So I can be on point.
No, I got you. I'll give you more of a notice too.
Oh, and hey, listen, I didn't know you were trying to book me. Listen, Kunta Kinte gets booked.
Hey, listen.
You let the whole family know.
Listen, are you trying to come to the family reunion?
Are we doing that?
When Rosie's gonna let us know, because when she comes out is when we're gonna set it up. I'll be letting you know, Mike. Are you gonna try to come down?
Who, me or him?
Chubby. You gonna try to come? Are you going to try to come to the family reunion?
Of course. Why wouldn't I? Who paying for me?
I'll send half the money.
No. Listen, no.
We'll do a GoFundMe.
Listen. I work, and I got the money to pay for myself.
But you a little dude. You know what I'm saying? A little dude like you got to buy those little high heel shoes and shit that can walk around.
No,
like, I got you.
He's small. He's small. I can put him in cargo.
Put him in cargo.
Well, that's right. I get a free ticket. I can say I'm your brother.
Sit him on your lap and say you're a ventriloquist, Mikey. You just sit him on your lap. Hey, fuck all this nigga. Mute me now, bitch. Nigga, mute me.
I'm gonna say.
I got jokes. I got jokes.
I got jokes. I got jokes.
I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe.
Listen, man, I love y'all. Y'all be safe, okay?
All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
Hey, one more thing. We gotta have a rule. I can't stay muted for more than 30 seconds, man. You can't do me more than 30 seconds. What the fuck is wrong with you, yo?
I got you. I only muted you quick, and I gave you the I got you.
Yeah. Hey, I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be good, all right?
Y'all be safe.
All right, guys. Your boy Ant Mike, Chub Dog, Smoking Joe, Penelope out, and Steve Stone is still at the hockey game. He's overtime. He was going to call in with a guest, but he couldn't make it. So we done spent 45 to 50 damn minutes overtime. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, thank you for your time. Thank you for the conversation, and we'll catch y'all next week. Peace.
All right. Peace.
The D420 Show is sponsored in part by Wine V Incorporated, clothing line and barbershops. Fueled by Ant Live Comedy, powered and directed by Ant Live Comedy, humor added by Ant Live Comedy. We'd like to thank all our friends and our fans all across the world who've been listening to us on the blogtalkradio.com/It's the D420 Show. Also watching us up on YouTube.com/The D420 Show. Thanks, y'all. Bud, peace, and happiness.
Ain't I clean, bad super cool, super mean, feeling good for the man, super fly, here I stand, see what's that, have the bread,
once again, thanks for listening to the D420 Show. All right, we out of here.